You can never forget how to ride a bike. That's what they say. That's what they say. You can never forget how to ride a bike, which gives me great comfort, you know, in case I ever get amnesia. So at least I got that. You know, I don't know my name. I don't know my address. I don't know if I'm attracted to brunettes or men. But I sure as heck know how to operate this Huffy White Lightning. I don't even know if this bike is mine. But that is not going to stop me from pedaling around town looking for clues to my identity. When you do comedy shows, sometimes people ask you to come out and perform at their club, but for no pay, just free drinks, which is a terrible idea when you think about it, right? It's like, we want you to come out to our venue, be sharp and quick-witted so our audience has a good time, and they come back. Not going to give you any money, though. No, instead, we're going to give you an unlimited supply of this substance guaranteed to impair your motor skills. Good luck, idiot. If you guys are anything like me, you'd like to get paid as much as possible. So I did a gig like that recently, had about 7 Long Island iced teas. Yeah, went home, started to cry, called my dad, and told him to tell me he's proud of me. I didn't even ask, are you proud of me? I just said, tell me you're proud of me. And as it turns out, I do not have my dad's phone number. I had called the corporate offices of Dad's Root Beer. Left a very long voicemail. But it turned out for the best. They're sending me some coupons. They're proud of me. That's right. Now, I don't know why I'm seeking my dad's approval. He's on his 3rd marriage now. And he recently married a very delightful Mexican woman. I only mention that she's Mexican because it's kind of confusing to me because my dad voted for Donald Trump. Getting some mixed messages there, Pops. But I figured out what happened now. He moved into her place. He's a pretty handy guy. They did some remodeling. My dad actually built her a wall. Made her pay for it, too. Not with money, just with gross sex with my dad. Now, I'm a single guy, but I imagine if you're in a long-term relationship, you got to spice things up in the bedroom, you know, keep things interesting. You might want to try this 69 position all the kids seem to be into. You heard of this, the 69 position? If you don't know it, Google it. I'm not going to get too into detail. It's a real hoot, though. I remember when I was a kid and I first heard of the 69 position, I was under the impression there was a numerical list and it just felt 69th in order. And I was like, oh, I'm going to have to memorize so much. And then I saw how the numbers were put together and I was like, oh, I see what's happening. That's very clever. Very nice. And that's when I invented a sexual position, you guys. I'm a sexual pioneer. Now, you might want to give this one a whirl if things are stagnant in the bedroom. I invented the 96 position. It's a little bit different. The 96 position is where you and your lover proceed to fart on the back of each other's necks. Nobody gets pregnant. Do it wrong, you might get pink eye, but nobody gets pregnant. Are you guys old enough to remember phone sex? Like before Tinder and Snapchat and just pictures of genitals, just, you know, if you had a significant other, you might call them on the phone, or if you were like me, you'd dial a 900 number and pay several dollars a minute to have a complete stranger just say gross things to you. I got hooked on it back when my dad was paying my phone bill, but, you know, now I'm on a comedian's budget. I can't afford it, but I still want to get my fix. So what I've been doing is calling the suicide hotline, because that's free and they got to talk to you. Well, they answer the phone, they're like, you've reached the suicide hotline, and I'm like, what are you wearing? Like, sir, I don't see how that's relevant. Tell me what you're wearing or I'll kill myself. In case you're wondering how that's been working out, I am still alive. So honky's a weird word, right? Honky, you heard of this honky word? It's a It's weird, because it's supposed to be a racial slur, right? But it doesn't have the sting and the punch of every other racial slur in the history of racial slurs. Probably because it's meant for white people, and we deserve it, right? You don't believe me? Crack open a history book or try to give a blanket to a Cherokee. We've done some bad stuff. It also sounds kind of like the name of a birthday clown, doesn't it? It's like, oh, well, Susie's turning 7, so we've hired Honky to come over. It's going to make some balloon animals. Should be pretty fun. I remember the first time I heard the word honky, I had just moved to this new neighborhood with my family. I was in the 3rd grade, and we were the only white family in the neighborhood. And I'm playing on the front lawn like kids in 3rd grade do. And there's this other kid across the street, and he just starts yelling insults at me. So I yell back at him. I go, why don't you come over here and I'll beat your ass? Because I don't take no crap in 3rd grade. And so he yells back to me. He goes, I don't come to honkies. I had no idea what that meant. But I had no problem crossing the street myself, which I did, and we proceeded to beat the hell out of each other for like 15 minutes and then became best friends. So when you're a kid, you don't have the energy for hate. It's like, oh, I'm tired of beating you up. I'm tired of beating you up as well. What do you want to do now? I don't know. Want to play? Yes! And we did. We played together all the time. We actually built a clubhouse together. It was made out of 4 pieces of water warp plywood, rusty nails, and poor parental supervision. Should have killed us. It really should have. But it didn't kill us, and all the neighborhood kids would come over and play in this just should-be-condemned clubhouse. And one day this girl named April goes, hey, Jamie, we've got this club, but we don't have a name for the club. What should we be called? And I was like, I don't know, but I think that's a great idea. What do you think we should be called? And April goes, I know. Why don't we be called the Black Panthers? I was not familiar with the organization at that point in my life. All I knew is that sounded like the most badass name for a club ever. So for a brief period in the 3rd grade, I was a member of the Black Panthers. Still get the newsletters.